Radiant team banned. Dire team banned. Radiant team banned. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Silencer.
Dire team pick.
Lion.
You've got 10 seconds. What's the hold up, sunshine? 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Axe.
Radiant team banned.
Microphone.
Dire team banned. Radiant team banned. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Welcome back to the stream, guys. This is the final game for this best of 3 series between Team Sunshine, Team Old Boys versus Team Peanut or Team Emperor. They call themselves Team Rambos now because they have just won in a very convincing fashion for the second game. From the second game just now, as they have just took on Team Sunshine and pummeled them with the scores of 35-10 within 38 minutes. And looking at the bans and the drafts so far, it seems that the bans and the drafts has been fairly consistent as far as Peanut is concerned. He has been banning the Wraith King, the Earthshaker. The Phoenix has been constantly banned out 3 times in all of the games that they were playing, as well as the Joe Ranger. And then he's banned out the Treant Protector once again, the same ban that he did in the first game. So right now you see that on the side of Sunshine, they do not have any stunts available, but once again they have picked again the Silencer for the Doctor. And then they have got a new pick here, which is the Necrophos, which was something that was banned out by Peanut in the previous game, so maybe they had something up their sleeves, or they will have something in their minds when they come up with this pick. And once again, if you look at Friendly Peanut, he favors stuns and disables a lot, as he has picked up 3 heroes that has disabled abilities. You have the Axe Call, which goes through spell immunity. You have the Lion, which will be played by Emperor definitely, and there is the Ogre Magi, who also has his Fire Blast. So already 3 heroes that has stuns available on Peanut's team, whereas on the hell they have went for a Pudge. I wonder who will be the Pudge player here for Sunshine's team, and I'm not sure whether the entire teams are happy with this pick, but it seems like we will be having a good time watching this game as the final game so far. The Bloodseeker, as you can see, has been picked by Peanut's team. Peanut was doing a pretty good job on his Bloodseeker just now. So looks like that would be the thing that he wants to go for.
5 seconds remaining.
And just hold up a second. Let me just... and they picked up a Klings. Wow, Sunshine's going for some unorthodox kind of picks right now, as their final game seems pretty risky, but at the same time it should be pretty interesting with the Pudge available, the Necrophos, as well as the Klings. These heroes don't really talk to each other in terms of their skills. There's no combinations, there isn't really like a symphony of skills that's available over here. It's basically just poke, stun there, and then Necrophos comes out with a Reaper Scythe, and Klings just burst the person down with his Straff as well as his fire searing arrows. So whereas on the side of Friendly Peanut, they have got more stable picks, as you can see that there is the Bloodseeker and the Axe. And the Axe has, as long as he's able to get himself a Blink Dagger, he will be able to catch out the Klings, or he will be able to catch out all the other heroes that's on the side of Sunshine. And Sunshine went for an Ember Spirit pick. It looks like that will be their mid, definitely. He has banned out the Shadow Fiend, as Reformation has played a very good Shadow Fiend in his previous game. totally dominating the game and dealing most of the tower damage for the side of Team Peanut.
5 seconds remaining.
Once again, Team Peanut favoring a lot on disables, but not so much on the team fight potential. Though there's an Axe available as well as the Bloodseeker, but once they get into the fight, the amount of disables, then the silence, combined with the silence coming out from Bloodseeker's Blood Right, will help them in their team fight definitely. And the Invoker pick once again. Looks like Reformation. He is totally confident in this one. In the first game, his Invoker was one of the playmakers doing a lot of good tornadoes, catching out the Sunshine's team, and that was where they managed to secure some of the kills and win some of the fights for themselves. So as you can see right now, Peanut's team is really strong in terms of team fight and dealing with the crowd. If they were to get into a 5-man fight over here. But on the side of Sunshine, you have the Silencer as the counter initiator for the global silence. You have Mugiwara on the clings for the burst through his physical damage and the searing arrows. And we will have Sunshine as the Ember Spirit who will be battling out Invokers, Reformation's Invoker over there. Paifan playing Necroforce on the off lane. Looks like this will be a pretty interesting one. As you could see, looks like Friendly Peanut will likely be supported by Emperor in this matchup. So regardless, the picks looks pretty. I'd say Dyer has a more stable pick. Yeah, they have a more stable pick. They are more team fight oriented. With Invoker, they will be able to have enough push power, push abilities if they need to. With the help of Bloodseeker. The rest of the other team members are not so good at taking down towers, but Invoker is available, so that should be able to give them some level of tower damage over there. But with the picks taken up by Sunshine, that seems like this will be a pretty interesting game to watch, and immediately they have already identified themselves in the respective lanes, so we should be able to see. So Andrew will be the one who is playing the Patch, Paifan will be playing the Necroforce, so it's a support Patch, I suppose. The Doctor will be playing the Silencer once again, supporting Mugiwara on his lane, and this will be a pretty strong lane as they are going against Axe as well as Emperor. I think Emperor will be having quite a hard time over here as he has to deal with Klink's steering arrows as well as the Arcane Curse as well as Last Word coming out from the Doctor. No aggression coming out early on from the game. Both teams just want to secure their respective wounds and let the games begin. The final game of this best of 3 series, with both teams taking one game each from the beginning of the game. From the beginning of the series, we started at 10:30 p.m. just now. So let's see how this one turns out, with the winners being able to pick their team and represent PWC in the IAFG 2018 Dota 2 Championships. Once again, Emperor will be playing the Lion, and IISB this time playing an Ogre Magi. As compared to his previous 2 other support heroes that he played, I think the previous 2 support heroes are pretty good. But IISB, let's see, he has been doing pretty well so far as the support and positioning himself very well. So let's see whether he will be able to perform as well as he did in the previous game once again. Friendly Peanut. Mugiwara. Well, the thing about Bone is that they have very low HP at the beginning of the game. So let's see whether our funny face over here will be able to cast enough of this battle hunger and make him miss all his last hits. Oh, Friendly Peanut already dropping down low, but he managed to salve himself out before the last hit lands, and he will be to save himself from being killed there and the first blood. He managed to salve himself out immediately. ISB sharing his salve over there. Paifan, Andrew. Being the dynamic duo over here, IAFG being forward, he has enough armor as the Ogre Magi early game, so he will be able to survive much more, trading last hits against the Patch. He will win in that matchup if he needs to. Sunshine taking a lot of damage at the mid, but looks like he will be able to survive and do quite well on the last hit charts over here. Get a couple of last hits. The creeps equilibrium now is very far towards the towers, the defensive towers on both off lanes. Okay. How's his farm so far? He's got 8 last hits and 3 denies. Peanuts immediately got his first skill, Blood Rage over there, so that he could heal himself up very well and sustain himself in the lane. That hook coming out onto IASB with the rod just to slow him down a little bit, but Friendly Peanut walks over and tries to harass Andrew back. He's practicing his hooks early on to the game and see whether he will be able to carry out some pretty good ones later on.
According to Axe.
Sunshine going neck and neck with the formation at the mid lane over here. Both of them being able to play very well in terms of taking the last hits of each other as well as harassing each other during time. But looks like Reformation will be able to take Sunshine. Oh, immediately cuts off the cold snap. He managed to pick up the Searing Chains out and he will be able to pop the invis, and it seems like Reformation don't have any detection for him to be able to continue hunting for this. Passes out the south and continue farming. The Doctor already ran out of mana as compared to Emperor as well as Funny Face over here, that they have enough HP to sustain themselves in the lane. Sunshine getting cold snap, just a couple more hits. Oh, the Sunstrike coming in, he spotted that out, he will find himself, but that one more hit will do the job. Reformation takes a solo kill and drew first blood against Sunshine.
First in everything.
A little bit too greedy plays coming out from Sunshine, even though he did a good job in dodging that Sunstrike over there, but the hits coming out was just too much. Oh, that charge in coming down from Emperor as well as Axis managed to take 2 kills on the safe lane of the Radiant team with Klings and as well as the Silencer going down.
Missing top. Bottom is missing.
Not doing too well in terms of last hit as compared to Friendly Peanut at the safe lane over here.
Money changes hands. Missing top.
Friendly Peanut able to maintain himself and gain himself quite a lot of last hits, and once again the last hit charts is mostly filled with Friendly Peanut as well as Reformation, and then the next one that normally comes up will be Sunshine at the mid lane. Regardless, Emperor trying to see if he could scout out the Doctor, see if he could take anything over here. Looks like something happened over here. Friendly Peanut got hooked in, but there won't be enough damage over there as there is no stuns as well as there is no disables coming out. So Friendly Peanut immediately salves himself up, just run himself to safety and salve himself up to full HP once again. Sunshine finds the regen rune, oh, but the Forge Spirit managed to just destroy it before Sunshine could reach it. Well microed there by Formation. Early game going pretty quiet. 3 kills to none at the side of lead by Peanut's team on the Dire side. Doctor not doing so much over here, but Emperor finds out the Doctor and he immediately starts running them down. Really, they have cast out and managed to cast out the stun onto the Bone, and he immediately got Sunstrike as well. He's dropping down low. Hex is coming out as well. Just one more last hit will do the job. Emperor, will he be the one who gets the counter? He will be the kill, the revenge kill coming out. Doctor managed to get the last hit onto the Lion, but it's going to be a support for a core trade. That's definitely not something they will be happy about. So you can see the pattern of that coming up. Oh, Sunshine immediately comes out with the Remnants, has already comes out with the Searing Chains. The Sunstrike will connect, but he won't be able to survive as Lion was the only person over there. There's no rotations coming from the team to support him. Absolutely wonderful. Managed to level it out. Tried to get a little bit of counter kills over there, but that took the rotation of the Ember Spirit. So Ember Spirit having to go back into the lane against Reformation, who is already level 8 right now, will have to come from the back and fight from the back a little bit. Luvina, faster on the blood, right? Managed to get a couple of damage, just a little bit of damage onto them. Andrew trying to see if he can land the hook, but nothing so far.
Bottom is missing.
Mission top.
Missing top.
Oh, Ember Spirit managed to just get the kill onto the Invoker and level out the game at the mid lane with one kill of each and one death each. Pretty well done over there. Emperor spots out the invisible rune, immediately picks it up and starts chasing down the Ember Spirit, but there is nothing much that he could do if he is alone. So let's just see what he wants to be able to do right here. Andrew has been, landing his hooks pretty well, and it seems that Friendly Peanut has already used like almost 3 or 4 salves to maintain himself in the lane early on in this game. Emperor with the invisible rune will start to rotate himself to top, and looks like immediately the silence coming up, and Andrew is the one that they want to go for. The Sunstrike's coming out, and he managed to deny himself. Even though he was almost close to death over there, and it seems like Python will be able to walk himself away to safety. Once again, Bloodseeker just living at the small amount of his life. Really well calculated over there. Three-4 is the score. They're going to shrine themselves up, and then they're getting ready for the fight once again. 9 minutes in, 3-4 is the score. Pretty balanced side, pretty balanced on both teams right now. No one's exactly having a very extensive lead, as you can see in this game as compared to the previous ones. Hook coming out, just get a creep, nothing much over there. They will want to secure the 10-minute rune right now. As you can see, Ogre Magi is starting to make his way to the rune spaces, as well as the Doctor has smoked himself up just so that he will be able to secure himself the rune, but he has seen the rotations coming out from the Lion as well as X, so he is not going to do that. Emperor with the stun, disables and all, he has the advantage as far as if they want to fight for the rune over here, so the Doctor noticed it and just walks it away. Lugi having a better farm over here, so immediately gets silent. Oh, look at that damage from the Searing Chain. Just a couple more last hits onto Emperor and he will fall, but it seems like they want to continue on to the Doctor, and he managed to get the call out. The Sunstrike is there. Doctor immediately takes on so much damage. Emperor, another stun coming out onto Bone, and Friendly Peanut, he has rotated himself to the bottom as well, cast the Rupture onto Bone, immediately falls. The Doctor will be the next one to fall. Baifan as well, as Fudge he's managed to rotate himself, and with the Reaper's Scythe will get the revenge kill on to the Bloodseeker. Andrew managed to TP himself on time, but he won't be able to do much over there, as the opponents has slowly made themselves back. 2 for 2 kills. They managed to get over Magi. Where was that? Didn't see that one. But it seems that they've managed to get the counter kill on the Bloodseeker, and that would be something that they will be happy about. They've managed to tally up the score charts. It's 6 for 6 now, and no one exactly once again having a clear lead or a clear advantage in this game. It seems that they are neck on neck, both on all the lanes actually. No lanes is really clearly losing in that sense. The Doctor, that hook coming out, long range hook coming out from Fudge immediately with the Remnants, and And the remnants coming out as the Rod will take down Reformation, and that's the kill that they will definitely be happy about. Leading the kill charts for the first time in the entire series. Early on in the game, Sunshine's team just lead by 1 kill over here. And it seems that the rotations has already started, and looks like the team of the Radiant side, Sunshine, will want to start playing a little bit more aggressively. As Mugiwara has already rotated himself to the top lane and tried to secure himself some farm. Python on the other hand has ran down. They sort of changed the laning altogether towards this time in the game. Seems that looks like on the mid instead they managed to get the global silence out to save Sunshine, who has been cold snapped. Oh, and he still managed to get the hook onto Friendly Peanut. Friendly Peanut in trouble right now. The tornado's coming out too late, but he was still able to get the kill. The stun's coming out, but it was too early before the TP is ended. The Rod Hill just walks in. He will be able to get the kill from the last word. Stolen intelligence by Silence. He already has 10 intelligence stolen. That was a good rotations coming in from Andrew, and that timely hook onto the Bloodseeker that gave them additional 3 kills in that last fight. 3 kills ahead of the Dire team, 2 kills on that Bloodseeker as well as the Lion. A little bit of misplay coming out from Emperor from mistiming that stun, and it allowed the Patch to just run him down with the Rod, slow him down, and then allows the Ember Spirit to take the kill. X being left alone, not too far away from his Blink Dagger, another about 800 gold left. Baifan immediately notices that and will not want to let him pass that free farm. But Emperor is here as well. He's not going to call so quickly. He managed to cast call out now. Immediately on the call, Emperor's got the Hex and the stun and the finger as well. Will take down Baifan. But at the same time, at the top lane, they managed to get a return kill on IAFG, making sure they maintain their lead in the kill score charts. And just trading kills and trading hits all over the map right now. Protecting all their lanes and rotating very quickly. This has been a pretty action-packed filled game, and it's only been 14 minutes with 17 kills across the scoreboard. Formation still managed to take the tower with the assistance of Friendly Peanut and the Blood Right. Andrew
Is missing.
ISB will scout him out, and then he will be walking back. Oh, that just a little bit more. X is gonna die, and the Doctor will be there just to cast the last word. And looks like X will fall. The Ruptures onto Python. He won't be able to TP away, but he has managed to cast out the global silence. They won't want to continue to fight this anymore. But the Sunstrike just a little bit more sucks. Oh, but there's no mana. Emperor not in a good position, got hooked because he was standing there sucking mana for the stun, but there was a misplay coming out once again, but Patch managed to take that kill. Mugi he's gotten the invis room, trying to see if he could bait something out or a response from the Dire team. But it looks like all they want to do is just to shrine up, regroup, and then start going back to the farming phase and get themselves ready. 15 minutes in, runes are available for the taking. Ember is going to make himself happy, filling up his bottle with the bounty runes 2 times. Mugi doing very well on the denies. You can see that he has got 82 last hits as well as 18 denies, and with the Straff coming out, looks like with Searing Chains they will be able to take down this tower pretty quickly. No glyphs are available, no glyphs has been used so far, and they will be able to take down this tier 1 tower of the Dire team. No response coming out from there as they just want to farm up. X has managed to get his blink though, so this will be the chance, and this will be the time where the Dire team will want to look for some response over there. All they really need is one blink call, and then coupled together with the Sunstrike, they would be able to find a kill on the supports of the Radiant team. Formation slowly trying to make its way towards the Agate Scepter. Only about 2k gold left. He has the Midas available, so we will be able to continue from there. and that will help him to farm faster.
Radiant's
Definitely.
been fortificated. Don't
Evaded
waste
the
your
glyph.
time.
There's
Dire's
too
middle
much
tower
creeps
is
over
under
there,
attack.
and Andrew as well as Sunshine is slowly making their way to defend the tower. Python has already TP'd in to take out the creeps. Python has already gotten his Rod of Arthos over here, so this will be really helpful to just kite the Bloodseeker around, as well as stop any further initiation coming out from X if they are able to land it before the X manage to do any blink horn to them. So any missed blinks that will be done by X will be punished severely by Python with his Rod of Atlas. Hutch looks like the next item that's being queued up will be a Blade Mail, and it seems that he is farming pretty okay. Nice at the bottom of the chart, so.
Dire's middle tower is under
But
attack.
he's supporting, so let's see what he will be able to pull out so far.
Oh, look, Dire's fortified, I see.
And they start pressuring onto the tier 1 towers, mid tier 1 towers of the Radiant side. There's no response so far, but X is already ready with the blink available, blink dagger available, and looks like they will be able to pick this tier 1 tower
Dire's middle
uncontested.
tower is fallen.
Peanut already got his Blade Mail up, and the next item that he's queuing up is the Eel Scepter.
Dire's middle tower
The
is
same
under attack.
items that he's queued up for the
Radiant's
previous
bottom tower is under
round,
attack.
just to make sure that no one, even though after the rupture, will be able to TP away. X will be able to scout them out. Oh, looks like he found the formation instead, but Emperor is available. The blinks on the the global stun, global silence immediately stopped the call from happening. X is caught right in the middle of the rest of the team. They managed to hex them out, but they've already lost 2. X is already down. Invoker is down as well. They don't want to be able to continue fighting this. This is not the place that they will want to fight. They don't have enough damage, neither do they have enough ability to initiate this fight. If anyone here gets hooked once again, then that person is going to fall as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant team. That was a beautiful global silence by the Doctor. He immediately managed to pull that off. The moment the X blinks in, and that immediately leaves X in a very bad position, and he got burst down by the rest of the team. And that Rod of Arthos being useful once again. That blink call immediately, X coming up. The first target they're looking for will be the Necroforce with the Sunstrike and the Finger committed, just to make sure that Python don't survive that call. Sunshine, on the other hand, will be able to TP himself away, and they are not going to continue fighting. Oh, that blink forward. Looks like the Doctor will be the next one who will get caught by the call. The Emperor is immediately TPing in. He will have the Hex and Stun available. Doctor will be the next one to fall. They managed to kill off the off lane as well as the support, and from them running away from that one, so they will be happy with that outcome of that match. Sunshine in a position where we have 3 heroes from the Dire side. All he needs is a Hex right now. Oh, well, looks like he will be able to get himself a Searing Chains as well as random himself away, and still manage to get the 20-minute rune of time. First item that he's going to be looking for is the Lincoln Sphere. Good choice over there, as most of the skills that's being targeted he cast himself the Dismember, but looks like the Blade Mail is up, so he will suffer the damage by himself as well. Python in a very bad position over there, has been slowed down by the Ice Wall. Looks like they managed to get a return kill onto Emperor, and he will be able to survive this as well. That rotation coming up from Mugiwara from the back to take down Emperor, that was a very good one. But they didn't proceed to take down Python, and Python managed to put himself to safety. The entire team of the Radiant side has already rotated, so it was a good call by Peanut for the team to back off over there. They were not in a position to fight 2 versus 5. They have grouped up themselves with formation, walking into the mid lane. But the Radiant has got the high ground advantage over here. Mugiwara's already in invisible position. They've got sentry wards. Oh, looks like something's happening over here. They managed to kill out friendly. Peanut has been caught out. What? The Rod of Atos coming out stops the X progression over there. The EMP will be blasted out. Baifan is low on mana. He's been stuck between the ice ball and has got killed by the Meteor EMP blast. Mugiwara will be the next one. Emperor will be the next one to fall, but Mugiwara is not in a good position right now. Oh, that hit doesn't kill him, but he will be able to get killed. Finally, regardless, Sunshine got cold snap, just a couple more hits right there, will be able to take him down. 2 to 4 kills with formation, with that combination of spells over there, managed to take the most kills in that fight over there. He took down Andrew, he took down Baifan as well as Sunshine, and as well as getting himself the dominating kill spree.
Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing. Here, Radiant's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste
Randy
your
Peanut
time.
had to buy back for that though. And then immediately with 4 heroes down, they want to get themselves some objectives over here, at least be able to damage the tower to a health that they are happy with. Andrew in a position with the hook, looks like they're not moving at all. He's got the Reaper Scythe and immediately on a 100-second cooldown with no buyback. That was a straight up hook that the Bloodseeker totally did not move at all.
This for the Magi.
Thank you.
19 to 14 is the kills in this kill score chart. The game's still pretty even right now. And Brandy Peanut has already expensed himself off the buyback as well, but he still lost his life over there. Oh, that Blade Mill.
Mega kill.
Sorry, that Black King bar. Oh, he managed to hook him out. Rod of Atos him once again, but yeah, he's not in a good position. Sunshine, oh, he managed to dodge that finger, but it looks like his HP is very low as well. The use scepter's gone up. Baifan's in a position. Will they be able to take down Reformation? He's too fast, he's running away. He managed to block that hook with the Forged Spirits. Doctors trying to chase down. They got Emperor. The Rod of Atos is already there. He managed to get the consolation prize of the Ogre Magi in the process. The Centaur Warrunner looks like they're on the side of the Dire team and stop the advance of both Baifan as well as Sunshine. That seemed like a war that would have favored the team Dire definitely, as Dire team had the upper hand advantage in terms of the terrain over here. So if Lion managed to put down a nice stun over there, they would have been in a severely difficult position. But regardless, they still managed to take a couple of kills from there. And scores go back still pretty even so far at the net worth chart, at the full net worth charts. And the EXP chart. The blink forward, they managed to catch the thought, they managed to catch Mugiwara, and he won't be able to get killed with the assistance of the Sunstrike. X Culling's blade properly at the right amount of damage this time. In the previous one, he didn't manage to land the Culling blade as the HP was just still slightly above the threshold. And that kind of cost them a little bit more time and they got punished in the process. Making their way to the bottom. And they are trying to see if they could pressure this tier 2 tower of the Radiant team at the bottom lane and see if they could get any reaction coming up from the side of Radiant, but it seems like they do not want to defend that tower and they will just get that tower for free.
Selfish.
To 16, that's the score charts right now, 25 minutes in, and because of that kill just now, they have managed to get themselves a slight lead back on the net worth charts. As you could see how this game, it's totally neck and neck. They have been going back and forth right there in terms of the kills as well as the net worth and the farm. So this one has got to be one of those games that both teams are playing really well, and you can see the pressure is slowly start to mount on all of them.
to Inferno.
as they will want to win themselves this game for the chance to be able to represent PWC and play the game at Battle Arena this October. Andrew still hasn't managed to make his way to the blade mail, though he has enough gold already. I think he's just saving for buyback, but his buyback is still on cooldown. So let's see what's the next game that they want to play. They have smoked up, and looks like the first one that they're going to be bumped into will be IAFG on the Augur Magi, but that looks like that's not the kill that they are looking for. Instead, they found the Axe, and that will be the one that they want to go for immediately with the Reaper Scythe committed as well. That will be the kill that they are happy to find there, because Axe will be the playmaker who will be able to stop the pushes coming out from the side of Team Radiant. He will be the initiator, so Reformation here is just ready with his tornado as well as his deafening blast. And looks like they will be able to get this tower instead. Andrew just trying to fish out for something. Sunstrike not going to connect to anyone. Friendly Peanut pretty close to his BKB right now. There's another about 500 gold left, and he will be able to get his BKB. So that will give him a little bit more survivability against the Amber Spirit, but as far as the disabled is concerned, Patch as well as the Reaper Scythe ultimates goes through BKB. So Dire side smoking up themselves. Hope that Remnant somehow just broke the smoke of IASB, and I think they scouted that out already. Mugiwara is already in position. This ward over here will be able to scout Mugiwara if he were to progress, but it seems like they noticed that both teams are absent from the map, and they are definitely doing something. At the current vision, it looks like there's absolutely totally no vision at all other than these two observer wards over here for the side of Radiant. So they are in a not so good position right now if they were to take a fight in the jungle of their own jungle over here. Once again, the teams have started grouping up. Emperor has already gotten his Blink Dagger. Will be the initiation tool that he's looking for. See right now, both teams not sure where each of them are, and they have showed themselves out at the bottom lane over here, trying to see if they could bait out a reaction. And they have instructed the Bloodseeker to see if he could split push against them, while the rest of the team try to make a play and see if they could take on this team fight over here. Axe is already trying to get himself into position. Andrew will be the bait standing in front over there. The Doctor putting down and taking off the wards and the vision available for the side of Team Dire. Rupture immediately coming out onto Sunshine. Sunshine gets himself out from the difficult position of the... Oh, that call coming out catches two. Sunshine is in trouble right now. The global silence is immediately coming out, but there's already so much damage being dealt with right now. Peanut's running down. We will be able to hook him now, but that's not the hook that they are looking for. Everyone's dropping down though. A little more. Looks like Hush will be the next one to fall as well. Mugiwara dropping very, very low, but he will be able to TP himself to safety. Everyone on the Radiant team was in a bad position. Oh, the Sunstrike will be able to get Sunshine! Sunshine getting Sunstrike at the middle of the night. That was a good kill over there. Beautiful call on the Sunstrike by Reformation. Worth tipping right there. There goes the tips going down. That was a very nice Sunstrike onto Sunshine. Oh, that was such a tongue twister. Being able to take the kill onto Sunshine, even though he managed to TP himself away. And that he will definitely be very happy with that one. Formation doing really well with his Invoker in this game. He's leading the net worth charts by 6k ahead of the Amber Spirit of Sunshine over there. Rookie utilizing his Invis rune, but there's a spot available. He's coming out. Then immediately with the Rupture, Mugiwara in trouble right now. He won't be able to take away, as there will be a new scepter available. Formation spots him out, immediately casts out the tornado, but there is no vision. Do they have a vision? Yes, they finally do. The sentry ward is there, but it was too late. Mugiwara already managed to get rid of the dust and run himself to safety. Peanut will find the double damage rune just in time. Looks like he will give it to Reformation instead. And it seems like they will want to go for the Roshan right now, even though it's actually quite a dangerous position that they might want to be in. The vision is not going to be, even though it's going to be good, but it's still a very dangerous play over here. But Roshan's already dropping down low, and they won't be able to get it in time before any retaliation coming up from the Radiant team.
Dyer's to blame.
24-19 the Q scores right now, but in terms of the net worth, because Invoker played by the Invoker played by Reformation is so far ahead in terms of the net worth chart, so hence you could see that the Dire side is leading in terms of the net worth. But the net worth is really focused mainly from Reformation, whereas the rest of the team is not too far away, but as far as the supports is concerned, they are definitely the ones who is starving right now.
Illusion.
But you see, the thing is that Lion, even though he's starved at the end, at the beginning of the game, he has that level 15 talent, which has that additional 120 gold. So even though he's at the bottom of the charts right now, just over time he will be able to get enough items for himself. Mugi hasn't been able to do much. Looks like he's already close, or will be able to get his nullifier over here, but he decided to get himself an ultimate orb instead. He got something else queued up. It looks like he went for the Hex, the Cypher Vice. That would be his item of his choice. Baifan, with all the utility available, queues up himself a BKB next. Looks like he will be the one who will want to take on at the top lane. Looks like they are in a position right now. The Doctor is not in a good position. He immediately got U-Scepter up. The Sunstrike is there, and the stun. Doctor will go down. Sunshine still has not obtained his Lincoln Sphere. He went to get the Maelstrom instead, as well as the BKB just now. He was queuing up the Lincoln Sphere early part in the game, but I guess he finally decided that it's not a good choice. He needed to keep up with the farm and build the Maelstrom instead. Helping the net worth charts, you see that the formation is going really far ahead right now. Really 20k in net worth, 7k ahead of the highest net worth person on the Radiant team. Immediately they start pressuring onto the tier 2 towers. And look at how fast the towers just go down with the assistance of Friendly Peanut as well as Reformation. Andrew trying to see if he could land a good hook over here. The team ready to see if they could take a fight. And X will be the playmaker and the important one over here. If he's able to do a good call, they will be able to take the high ground. But it looks like they won't want to risk it and goes back to the base to continue their farming.
Selfish.
7k net worth lead at the side of Dire, even though they are down in terms of the Q charts by 4. And that net worth lead is really fully dominated by Reformation as well as Friendly Peanut over here. Friendly Reformation has already slowly extended himself further and further away from the highest net worth on the side of Radiant. They have smoked themselves up, and it looks like the next fight that they want to take is at the top lane tower. Mugiwara is still fighting a Forge Spirit, which means that they will be able to scout him out. And here they are ready for the fight. Sunshine looks like the tower that they want is here to go, and they blink forward immediately, but he will be hooked back to safety by Andrew. Managed to get the steering chains out. Friendly Peanut, will he be able to get the rupture out? No, not in time, as he just utilizes all his remnants and just puts himself away. this is the fight that they don't want to take, and they decide to move themselves away. Roshan was fully sentry warded over there just now. Roshan will only be out again at in 3 minutes time. So the Bloodseeker still holds on to the Aegis of the Immortal, and looks like he has already made himself, and this time he will be able to achieve the Radiance in the time that he will be happy with. The Aegis of the Immortal has been reclaimed by the Roshan, but the next fight that they have, that they are going to take, will be an interesting one. Black King Barb also available on the X already, so that would mean that the Ember Spirit and the Rod of Athos will not be able to stop him this time. This game seems to be getting more tougher and tougher for Sunshine's team, as the items of the side of the Dire slowly gets completed. As you can see, the Reformation already has the Aeon Disc. He's got the Lincoln Sphere, Radiance available on Friendly Peanut, BKB available on the X, and that seems that Reformation will be very, very hard to kill right now, as the Reaper Scythe will not be able to kill him if the Aeon Disc gets popped up at the right time. Hutch, even though he managed to get his Blade Mail, but it seems he doesn't really have his Blink Dagger yet. But next item that he's been queuing up appears to be the Urn. Spirit Vessel.
Regeneration!
Formation will be very, very difficult to kill right now with the Aeon Disc as well as Friendly Peanut. About 3 of them already has their BKBs ready. Smoked up. They want to go for this. The first one that they find will be Friendly Peanut. The Lincoln Spear immediately got popped by the Rupture. Oh, and they managed to get that kill regardless. The Global Silence has been popped. The Call regardless with his BKB managed to get himself off the Global Silence. And the next one that they are looking for is IASB. IASB will go down. And the next one they're looking at, the Cataclysm will be out. Looks like Necroforce will die from the Cataclysm, but regardless, they will be able to find the Aeon Disc immediately gets popped, but they do not have any detection. They're too far away. That hook is too far away. Looks like Andrew will not be able to get that hook onto Invoker. Regardless, that is a good fight that they want to have, and that is something that they managed to get. They only lost the Necroforce in the process, and that's really just due to the Cataclysm from the Invoker. Otherwise, they would have come out on top really well on that fight. They managed to take 3 kills. They found Friendly Peanut first. And I see they also noticed, they will have also seen that X has the BKB available and utilized. So they will want to be a bit more careful in terms of using the Rod of Athos as well as the stuns coming out to stop X from progressing in the next fight. Lynx already has his Cyber Vice ready. I'm not exactly sure if he used it in the previous fight. Didn't notice that one, but I guess that was the reason how they managed to stop most of the heroes on the side of the Dire in tracks in time. And the Tower will be the next one that they are looking for. Reformation will just cast out the tornado to just stop the creep from progressing, but regardless, Fujiwara has already taken down the tower.
My just reward.
Coin for me.
40 minutes in, the game is still neck and neck. It seems like none of them is giving up so far. 27-21 is the score. 4k net worth, just a very small 4k net worth lead for the side of Team Dire. In terms of the vision game available, it seems that the map's pretty dark for Radiant side, as you won't be able to see. Similarly, the same goes for the side of the Dire, as they have totally no wards on the other side of the river other than this one here over here that scouts out the Ancient. Andrew slowly saving up some cash. Looks like the next item that he will want to go for will definitely be the Blink Dagger, as he will be using it as a form of initiation. Sunstrike just to check whether Roshan will be up, but Roshan will just be up in another 10 seconds, and that will be probably be the next objective that they are looking for. Mugiwara has already used his BKB so much for the last couple of fights. It only has the 6 seconds cooldown left. Trying to see if they could find a rotation, trying to gank it into the jungle of the of the Dire team. But they are on the totally opposite side of the map, and it seems like they might want to go for a smoke play over here from the Dire. They are grouping up already. Smokes available by the Open Magi. And on the other hand, the entire team is on the opposite sides of the map. Do they even have a smoke available? Looks like they don't, but they are trying to see if they could find any cash available. Sunshine pops up the double damage rune and exposes himself at the top lane. They are smoked up, and it seems like they might want to go for this.
Look, the Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the damage is too much coming out from Mugiwara. He managed to just immediately take down the tower very, very quickly.
That tower had kids.
Sunshine being the one at the front lines waiting to see if there's any response coming out from Dire side. But it seems like they decided to turtle a little bit in the base and just remain safe. The Scythe of Vice available on Invoker. Emperor brings forward with the finger, and the Cataclysm immediately takes down the Doctor. Doctor will be the casualty over here, the last one to leave the dangerous place, which is their jungle. The Doctor is actually leading the kill charts over here, but in terms of the skill charts, he's actually doing pretty well. 9, 5, and 12. Oh, that hook is missed it totally, but it seems like they are already fighting in the Roshan pit, and I think the Team Radiant side is totally aware of what's happening. Funny face, trying to see if he can find himself a position to get himself hooked. Oh, and the Rod of Athos will land himself the position for the hook. The Tornado is there available. The Reaper Scythe is down. Immediately got ruptured out. Who got ruptured out? Mugiwara, so much damage coming out from the Scythe and the Searing Chains. And Friendly Peanut will be the next one to fall. 2 already dead. Looks like with the Reaper Scythe, X is also down for 110 seconds. And with the Roshan going half HP, this will be the Roshan for Radiant instead of the Dire.
I
have claimed immortality.
The cheese available. Paifan will be the one to take it. Andrew will be the sole person at the other side of the map, but he's so tanky right now. They're taking quite a long time to kill him. Regardless, Invoker has got enough damage. The Rod of Athos is over there. Paifan in a position, he managed to break off the Lincoln Sphere of the Invoker, but there's no follow-up coming out from there. They've lost the patch, but they are at the advantage whereby they have 4 heroes against 3 heroes right now, and the damage coming out from Mugi is just so much onto the tower. They had to pop the glyph, and looks like Emperor will be the next one to fall with the Hex coming out. Mugiwara lost his health as well as his... Oh, the Sunshine! Mugi! Not in a good position right there with formation and his Sunstrike once again. The Ice Wall's been fought. Paifan will have to pop up his BKB to get himself to safety. Should have known that the Sunstrike was still available, and that just landed and dropped that hammer on top of Mugiwara's head.
Coin for me.
Never refuse gold given.
Team Radiant slowly trying to keep up in terms of the net worth, and based on the couple of fights that they won earlier, they did manage to swing the net worth charts back again to be almost break even as compared to the advantage that Reformation had for his team in the last couple of minutes. You could see that even though he's still topping the net worth charts, but the Bloodseeker and Invoker topping the net worth charts, but the next 3 is followed up by Ember Spirit, the Necrophos, as well as Mugiwara's Bone Fletcher. just if they are able to win the next couple of fights, then they will be able to top the net worth charts. And it seems like the next item that's being queued up by Mugi will be the Nullifier, and he has already gotten it all together, and he at the expense of no buybacks, of course. In terms of buyback status, most of them would have a buyback, so the next fight, if anything, close to the base will be a 10-man fight instead of a 5-man fight here. Looking to find a play. No smokes are available, but they're grouping up regardless, just to make sure that any time the bone won't be able to find any easy pickoffs from rotating around the map. Smoke coming up, Silencer has already gotten it. They start grouping up once again, and they are in a position to smoke up. Do they know where the team is? They know them. It seems like they have pinged them out, and they are slowly making their way to the top lane.
A tool to teach.
And there's Reformation will be the first one. They break the smoke, and that hook coming up, oh, a little bit just too short. Mugiwara knows that Invoker is somewhere nearby. That blink forward looks like, oh, Reformation will be the ones to be targeted. The Global Silence has already been popped. The Blade Mails has already been popped as well. Mugiwara a little bit in trouble right now. He's losing a lot of HP. The Aegis has already gone down. Friendly Peanut already low HP. The Cataclysm is out. Oh, the damage coming out from so many parts of the earth. 3 heroes already went down. Paifan will be the last one there. He's got U-Sceptered up. He's got a Hex available as well as the start. Paifan will be the next one to fall. Cataclysm is the name of the game in that fight. That damage being dealt. Let's look at that fight recap, and you can see the amount of damage being dealt from the Cataclysm itself. 6.7k totally dealt by Invoker himself. That's just crazy damage. As he just managed to get all of them in position over there. They lost 4 heroes, and Ember is the only one left standing in that fight. 7k XP change immediately. The graph swings back to the advantage of the Dire side. They had to spend the buybacks to defend this tower, and with the buybacks being forced out, looks like Dire team will want to get away from this fight and just regain their strength, just to make sure that the buybacks are not utilized well from the Radiant team. So now they know that they're not fighting against 10 heroes anymore. With 2 buybacks already spent, they will be happy with that one. Formation being the playmaker, being the MVP in this match with that 2 times Cataclysm that totally wrecked the team of the Radiant side. They really need to start learning how to run around in those fights, but there's already so many stuns on the side of the Dire, and you could see clearly that Peanut's picks totally favors all these disables coming out in the entirety of the team. So the team fight potential, it's really strong for the side of the Dire.
For the twins.
As everyone is slowly maxing out their levels already, other than only a couple of heroes of the supports, but most of the carries would have already hit their level 25 and get their level 25 talents. The Doctor, Mugi, hasn't been able to take any easy pickoffs from the Bone so far. Normally, if you see there's a Bone Fletcher on their team, they would try to rotate the maps. They try to see if they could get any quick or early pickups. Oh, looks like they already found out this. The blink forward and the blade nails and the Cataclysm once again. The damage this time is not as much as the previous one, but regardless, Ember Spirit is going to go down. The Doctor will be the one who's going to get ruptured and use Scepter up, and then he will be the next one to fall. The Hex is up onto the Axe, and that Reaper side will take him down. The next person that they are targeting on will be the Invoker, but it seems that the Aeon Beast has already been popped. The Remnants has already been popped. He's been muted up by the Nullifier, but with the Ghost Walk, he will be able to run away. Emperor is not going to have enough HP to survive this one. Reformation, he's trying to see, but he will be able to bump into the regeneration rune and will be able to get it to run himself to safety. They lost all the utility supports and the offlane on the side of the Dire at the expense of only the Silencer. And they will see whether they will want to force this into the mid lane, as they have 4 heroes as well as all their cores still up. Even the Silencer is not around right now, as the global silence has already been expensed. He won't be so important in this next fight over here. Sunshine. Looks like Baifan is also queuing up on a Hex, and that would be something that they want to look for. And Blue looking to see if he can get any hooks available. They have to spend the glyph to just spend more time and make sure they don't come in. Mugi, just a couple more hits onto the tower, and that's the tier 3 tower down. Oh, with that Straff available, ooh, that deafening blast coming out, but it's just too short. Not hitting Mugiwara. Mugiwara will be able to take down the melee Rex. Then the next one that you're looking for is the ranged Rex. He managed to invis himself, run himself away from that position. Reformation is going out a bit too much. He needs to remember that they have the Hex available. And with one melee Rex down, it looks like they are happy with it, as the X is going to be out from his cooldown timer in 30 seconds. Regardless, the tower at the bottom has already gone down. These 2 siege creeps managed to deal quite a substantial amount of damage on the barracks of the bottom lane. 34-30 is the score right now. 53 minutes in this game. Really gonna be a long drawn out game here so far. Both teams will not want to give this up. And as you can see on the net worth charts, it has been going back and forth. It has been swinging around like my total heart rate monitor right here. It has been going up and down, and but it's not too far away from the middle line right here. You can see how close the game is, and both teams are running at break even almost all the time. Even though they have a 4 kills advantage, but it's still anybody's game so far. Anyone who loses a big fight, there's no buybacks available, that's easily 2 lanes of Rex, and potentially that could be GG as well. Roshan is up, and it seems like that will be the objective that the Dire team wants to look for. The Radiant team pinged them out, but they also see Friendly Peanut in the vicinity over there, so it looks like they will just let Roshan go for now. And just in time, there is a regeneration rune for the funny face. I'm sure he is a happy face right now. Roshan will go in the way of the Dire team. There's a refresher shot as well as that refresher shot goes in the hands of Invoker. Just imagine that double deafening blast plus Cataclysm will be devastating if he will be able to get them all into position as he did in the fights that happened in the previous couple of minutes. And the next Cataclysm will be a beautiful flower if he is able to take that and draw that out. Friendly Peanut is the only one that's alone over here, but they don't have enough to initiate on him and catch him. Hutch is starting to work himself for the Aghanim Scepter. He actually has got enough gold available for the Aghanim Scepter, but he's just saving the buyback, so it's still on cooldown for 1 minute. Items. They're trying to buy something, but they're all camping at the secret shop. So the Radiant courier will have to work extra time and fly to the Dire side secret shop to buy the stuff. It's a really far trip, but that's what happens when you have the entire gatekeepers once again banging on your doors and you have to stay alive. Poor courier. Peanut trying to initiate, start dealing damage onto the towers immediately. That hook coming out, but he gets a creep instead. Looks like the tier 3 tower will fall immediately. The Rod of Atoth is there. He heals himself up to save himself. The EMPs is there. The silence is coming out as well. Baifan will save himself from the silence by hooking himself. Andrew tries to save his teammate, but there's so much damage onto the towers already. Friendly Peanuts hooking himself at the front lines. IAFG immediately pops out the fire blast at the stun, trying to silence up Andrew. Both teams playing really safely right now, none of them committing a bit too much. And it seems like they will back off right now as they see a huge creep wave coming at their bottom down tower. Mugi in the mid lane, he will scout them out. There is a sentry ward, he's not in a good position right now. They blink forward and the Hex immediately. The global silence come out just to save him right now, but the BKB is popped up as well. X is also coming out. If he gets the blink forward, then Mugiwara will be in a bad position, but it looks like he will be able to just slowly walk himself away. There is so many sentry wards over there that could have cost him his life. He had the gem true sight, however. Smoked up. Andrew at the front lines looking for the hook, not gonna connect. X, he's in a good position. If he's able to blink forward, they will blast him down. Andrew is just trying to be the bait for it right now, as he has about 2 and it's about 3.6k HP. Pretty tanky. But if the Invoker is there, it's not gonna be enough.
A subtle bird.
Friendly Peanut also have the Scythe of Vice available. Look at the items, is almost at the optimum items over here. You can see that the Reformation is basically already 6 slotted, and he has the Refresher Shard ready to be used. Going into defending mood right now. All of them went up to high ground to see what is the offense that the team is trying to make. Baifan got blocked out by the creeps, will get silenced. That hook is gonna miss regardless. If he managed to get that out, Friendly Peanut would have definitely been deadbeat. Still, the tower that they're looking for will be the top lane tower. They have a lot of sentries around here ready, so... Oh, this courier is like some stealth mode over here, and it's been flying around the maps trying to make sure the team gets all the items that they need. Oh, look at that items right now. 2 Scythe of Vice available, 2 blinks available. Andrew, he has already got his Aghanim Scepter, so he will get that 4-second Scepter cooldown hook, and that will be, he'll be keep utilizing. He's trying to fish it out, but Friendly Peanut will be able to dodge it. One more try with the O, but the creeps is just blocking the way. That was mispositioned over there. Friendly Peanut, oh, immediately got hexed up by Baifan. He's trying to hook out once again, but that's not going to work. The EMP blast is there. Baifan will heal himself up to save himself from losing all the mana. That global silence, as he see that rupture pattern coming up, but looks like they won't be able to fall. Oh, there's so much defense coming up. Sunshine immediately with the Remnants forward and the BKB. His blinks, his what is going off. He managed to get a kill. The Cataclysm is out, but he won't connect as well to Amber. The buybacks are all coming out right now. Ember Spirit, Cataclysm once more based on the Refresher Shot, not gonna connect. The U Scepter is out for the X. Lee was in a very bad position right now. The Dismember is not available, but there is the Reaper Scythe available. X is down for 140 seconds. Looks like Friendly Peanut wants this fight. He got nullified, and the damage, the Rod of Athos is coming now. The 4 seconds hook will get the Emperor back into the position. They're still fighting right there. Do they have enough vision? Looks like Andrew will fall, but he has the buyback available. And oh my god, Reformation has been taking so much damage. He will take down. Friendly Peanut is running like a Ferrari right now, but he will get U Scepter up. Sunshine is there. He has the Searing Chains available. Friendly Peanut is going to go down. 2 buybacks coming out from Invoker and the Lion. And the buyback that was expensed by the Bloodseeker, and he died back as well. So many buybacks from that. There was 5 buybacks, 3 on the side of the Dire team and 2 on the side of Team Radiant. Oh, that was such a crazy long drawn out battle. There's the nullifiers are coming out, and the Youth Scepters has been used perfectly, stopping the attacks or stopping the aggression coming out from the X, as well as saving themselves from the Tornado EMP and the Cataclysms. The Cataclysms, both Refresher Shard Cataclysm didn't connect as well as it did in the previous match, and it cost them that fight. Team Sunshine should be very happy with the outcome of that fight just now, as they are able to survive that onslaught as well as protect their towers and win that fight by making that reformation. Bloodseeker as well as Lion utilize their buybacks. So if we are looking at the buybacks availability right now, you could see that Ember Spirit still has his buyback on the side of the Dire. There's no buybacks other than on X and the Ogre Magi. Lion is gonna get himself a Ghost Scepter just to survive a little bit longer instead of getting burst down by the bone, and he also got himself an Aeon Disc for extra survivability. Both is really rich right now. He's already got his moonshots on and still got 6k gold left. Not sure what will be the change in his itemization that he might want to do this time. He probably might just buy stuff for his teammates over there. X still has not gotten his Heart of Parask yet, but he's already queued up that items and he is not too far away from getting it. Regardless, he will want to make sure that he has enough gold for the buyback, as winning this next fight definitely gives a huge amount of advantage to the Radiant team. And it looks like the next item for Klinks will be a Satanic. And Butch having that 4 seconds hook just now was really timely, as he managed to catch Emperor out of Emperor in a bad position. He will want to hook this rune and keep it for himself. Roshan is going to be up in only 1 minute and 45 seconds. That might be the play that both teams are looking for, trying to make sure that they are very safe in their sense. The games has been going on for 63 minutes right now, and I have been casting it for that long as well. Whew. 40 to 34 is the kill score right now, with no team having a clear advantage in terms of net worth. Just look at how this game has been progressing so far. It's just back and forth and no one having a clear advantage, playing really safe. If any of them were to lose a big fight, that could literally mean Rex or a lane or two.
Damage.
Peanut and team positioning themselves close to the Roshan pit. Roshan will be up in the next 49 seconds anyway. He's actually got enough gold for the heart, but I don't think he's going to expand it because of the buybacks. He needs at least 1.8k gold. Okay, so Radiant side say, if you're not gonna take the Roshan, then I will try to do so. And the Gem scouted out all these wards over here. So in terms of the vision advantage, Radiant has the vision advantage right now at the Roche pit, but it seems like that's not something that they want to look for. Peanut has got the Crystallis, the Daedalus available, and he is going to run solo down the map himself. There is a vision ward here available, as they will be able to scout out all these Radiant side heroes, and he will be able to scout out that as well. I don't understand why they leave the regeneration rune over here, but okay. Oh, looks like they will be able to find out. Got hexed up. Bloodseeker is in trouble right now. The Remnant's already out. He has already used, and he will be using the Searing Chains. He gets caught out. He gets nullified as well. And with the Reaper Scythe and Aghanim's, he don't have Aghanim Scepter yet. That will be 140 seconds where the Bloodseeker won't be available. And he doesn't have any buyback. So the next target that they're going for will be the Shrine. And Klinks is already 6 slotted with enough disables for him to take down them. Looks like the games. And the next objective that they want to go for will be the Roshan. Knowing that the Bloodseeker is not available and they are having the advantage right now, they will just go immediately for the Roshan. Mugiwara is already low on mana. Sunstrike just to scout them out, but it's a little bit too late as the Roshan is already down to less than half of HP. Let's see who will be taking the refresher shard. It will be on... Who's taking the refresher shard? Who's taking... Oh, there it is. He took the refresher shard. Ember Spirits took the refresher shard as well as the Aegis. Necro has got enough money for his Aghanim Scepter, but he's already 6 slotted, so he will be switching some of his items out when he wants to cast his ultimate. Looks like Andrew is going for the Lotus Orb. And the mid lane range barracks is the one that they don't want. They went to the bottom to take the tier 3 tower instead without the Bloodseeker, and they've managed to force out the glyph with Sunshine a little bit ahead right now. Blink's Fall managed to go and get the Searing Chain at the top. Oh, look at that damage coming out from Mugi. Won't be able to take down the Billy Rex very quickly. The next things left is, oh, looks like that stun from the Searing Chains itself. IASB will go down. The Cataclysm has been popped. There won't be enough damage. There's not enough damage. Their Emperor's got the Hex out. He took the talent on the 350 AoE Hex over there and managed to Hex onto 2. The range Rex will go down as well. It seems that they will try to get themselves the Mega Creeps within the next couple of minutes as IASB is dead. Mugiwara has got enough damage to take down towers in a very quickly fashion. And Global Silence coming now, pop up immediately. He's in a bad position. Oh, that nice nullifier onto X. X is in a very bad position right now. That double Global Silence coming out. The Cataclysm not connecting once again, even though he's got an A on this. But he will be trying to run. The Aegis has been popped regardless. The Blade Mill will be able to take down Andrew. Andrew immediately buys back. But Ember Spirit's in a position where he's alone right now. But Mugiwara is trying to advance himself. Friendly Peanut cast out his Aegis with the Hex available. Emperor wants to blink forward, and he's the one that he wants to go for is Mugiwara. But there is a Glimmer Claim available, and again the Silencer will be the one to sacrifice himself for the team. That Glimmer Cape come just in time to save Plinks from his imminent death. The Doctor being the support that he should be, Glimmer Cape his teammate and gets himself killed in the process. Oh, Reformation wants to immediately do a counter attack. He scouted out the Ember Spirit at the top. Will he be able to get anything from this? He's not able to see this Ember Spirit, but with this ward over there, he should be able to see him walking back. Reformation. Aeon, this is still on cooldown though. Oh, he's got a Hex out immediately. Although he's got nullified. The Aeon is going to keep him alive and he will be able to remnant himself away. X is immediately coming up from the other side, trying to see if he could flank them, but it looks like it was Friendly Peanut who gets caught, but the BKB will deny all that damage. Coming out the Cataclysm, looks like he will take down Mugiwara. Mugiwara had to buy back immediately. Friendly Peanut will be the next one to fall regardless. Andrew is still alive, he will hook up X, and X will be the next one to fall for 120 seconds. That Cataclysm has been the one who is going to be the gameplay making skill over there. If he lands a really nice one, they will be able to finish all of them. And it seems that he already has his refresher shot available and has used it in that previous fight. 7 slotteds. Ember Spirit has got his Obscurine Core. And he's got his... There's so many nullifiers available right now. There's Mugiwara has one, Sunshine has one as well. And there's Hex as well coming up from there. So X is, even though he's tanky, he's got his heart, but he's still going to be the ones who fall. Sunshine being very brave right here. He's immediately come right down. He managed to bait the tornado out and managed to get the one. Regardless, he has been the one. Oh, and that Lotus Orb has been countered a few of the Emperor. He's not in a position right now. He managed to dismember right now. Bloodseeker. Oh, that deafening blast not gonna work because all of them are at BKB. Paifan cuts out the Reaper Scythe. He gets the Emperor, but he managed to get himself a cheese. He's not gonna be the one to fall. Emperor immediately buys himself out. And Drew walks himself forward with the Lotus Op. Silence onto Invoker. He's in a bad position right now, and that kill will be able to get Invoker down. Invoker immediately buys back. 3 buybacks available. If all of them dies, it's over. The game is over. The Hex is out onto Sunshine. The Finger is up, but the hook is out by Andrew. He's trying to see if I can get that. Oh, but the Lincolns will manage to disrupt the Dismember.
Kissed by the flames.
That buyback coming out from Amber. Does he want to come out for the GG play? They have already gotten all the racks on the side of Dire. Looks like they are not going to end there. The Reaper Scythe has gone out. Emperor is down. Once again, there is no buybacks available anymore. The BKB is there. He still gets the kill, the Silencer regardless, but Bloodseeker is in a bad position. Axe as well. Looks like the tower is gonna go down. GG is called. Team Sunshine will retain their position as the representatives for IAFG. I must say that has been a really long, entertaining match to cast. I hope you enjoy the cast as much as I do. GG, well played, and looks like we will see them in the IAFG match this time around. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It's 2 a.m. and I've been shouting like crazy. I hope my neighbors don't kill me. Thank you so much, and if you like my stream, do tune in again and just leave a couple of comments. Thank you so much. See you again.